Hello, welcome to the Balebet application video guide. We will now look at how to easily download and install the Balebet application. Since the app works on both Android phones and Windows desktop computers, the process is similar for both. First, we need to open our main website. The address is balebet.app. Once the page opens, you will see options for the platform you want to install on. If you are on Android, you can select the APK file directly. If you are on a desktop or laptop, choose the file for Windows. Then click Download to get the application. Although we are currently demonstrating this on Windows, the steps are the same for Android. Once you select your file type, the download begins immediately. After the file downloads, we proceed to installation. On the computer, click Install to set up the application. The process is identical on Android. The application is now installed. Let's open it by clicking the Balebet icon. Even though the interface looks slightly different between the computer and the phone, the services provided and the way they function are exactly the same. Let's look at the main features together. When we open the app, we are greeted by a Welcome Back login page. However, since we haven't created an account yet, we will click Sign Up at the bottom. We are now on the registration page. Here, we fill in necessary details like name, email, and password correctly. After filling in the info, click Sign Up. A verification code will be sent to the email address you provided. Enter the code and click Verify. We are immediately returned to the login page. Now enter your registered email and password, then click Login to enter the main dashboard. This is the main control center, or dashboard. Currently, the page is empty because no data has been created yet. We will return here after creating properties, tenants, contracts, and payments. Now, click the Property Navigation button at the bottom. This page is the property catalog, which displays all the properties we will create. Inside the catalog, click the plus Create button to start. Two options appear. Create a building complex. This allows us to create a full building with floors and rooms. Create a single property. This allows us to create a standalone unit, room, or house. For this demonstration, let's select Create a Building Complex. Now we fill in the building details. If this building is part of a larger site, enter the site name first. If there is no site, leave it blank and enter the building name. Next, use the slider to set the number of floors. Below that, use the slider to select the number of rooms on each floor. If you want different floors to have different numbers of rooms, select Custom to adjust each floor individually. Once finished, click Create. We have now successfully created our first property. Next, we will see how to manage property expenses. Go to the property you created. On the Property Details page, scroll down to the Expenses section. Click Add Expense to register a new expense. Enter a description of the expense, detailing what work was done or what the issue was. For example, repair, replacement, utility, or administrative. If the payment is pending, enter the amount, then it will be an unresolved expense. This allows you to track different expenses per property, such as repair costs, management fees, or shared utilities. You can also track unresolved expenses easily. In the property catalog, properties with unresolved expenses show the expense count in a purple-colored circular marker. On the dashboard, there is a card labeled Unresolved Expenses. Clicking it filters the catalog to show only properties with pending expenses, helping you focus on issues that require attention. Finally, once an expense is paid, select it and mark it as resolved. It will then move to the Resolved Expenses list. These expenses are also included in PDF or Excel reports when exporting. Now that we have properties, the next step is to add a tenant and rent it out. Before adding a tenant, let me explain the hierarchy in the Balebet system. The system is structured into sites, buildings, floors, and rooms. Any property level in this hierarchy can host a tenant. However, if a child property like a room is rented, you cannot add a tenant to its parent property, like the floor or building. This prevents double booking. Let's enter the building we created. Then go to the floor. Select the specific room we want to rent and click Add Tenant. Fill in the tenant's first name and last name. For more details, click the More button. You can add their business information, a photo, and an image of their government ID. Click Add Tenant to finish. We are now on the contract page. Contract start date. If it is today, leave it as is. Contract duration, enter the duration in months. Payment frequency. Set how often you collect rent, for example, every 1 month or every 3 months. Then enter the payment amount for each period. If it's monthly, enter 1 month's rent. If it's quarterly, enter the total for 3 months. Click Create to finalize the contract. Once the contract is created, we move to the ledger. Clicking Record will record the money for the next payment period. Before recording the very first payment, a prompt appears. It asks if you want to record past payments. If you say yes, the system records all backdated payments due up to today. If you say no, it starts recording from the current period only. This feature saves you the trouble of manually recording past history. Let's go back to the property catalog. Since the room is now rented, if we try to add a tenant to the main building or floor, the option is disabled. This confirms the hierarchy is working. Now, let's go to the reminder page. This is the central hub for tracking all payments. Here, payments are categorized into different views: monthly, yearly, all due, overdue, due today, and due soon. In the monthly view, you can see the status of all payments for the selected month. You also see the total collected payment. Next to this sum is a download icon. Clicking this allows you to export the monthly report in Excel or PDF format. Switching to the yearly view shows the payment status for the entire selected year. You see the annual total collected. Above the download icon, there is also an option to track tax calculations. Additionally, you can use the search bar to quickly find information by tenant name or property name. When you start using Balebet, you are on the free tier. This allows you to create up to 5 properties for free. To manage more properties, you need to upgrade. Go to Settings and select Membership. Here you see cards for different packages. To test the app extensively, you can claim a 2-month free trial. This raises your limit to 25 properties for 2 months. Beyond the trial, there are annual packages. Standard, up to 25 properties. Premium, up to 50 properties. Enterprise, up to 150 properties. For large investors needing more than 150 properties or extra team members, you can contact support for a custom price. Let's look at the special benefits of Premium and Enterprise. These packages enable Cloud Sync. Once you push your data to the server, you can fetch it on any other phone, tablet, or computer. Enterprise users also get team management. You can invite up to 2 team members on the base plan to manage properties jointly. To get these benefits, click Upgrade and complete the payment. The Balebet team will verify the payment and adjust your tier. To invite a team member, go to the Team Management page. Enter the person's name and email address, then click Invite. They will receive instructions via email. On the invited user side, after downloading the app, they click Accept Invite on the login screen. They enter their email, verify with the code sent to them, and create their own password to log in. Even after logging in, the new user cannot see properties yet. The admin must grant permission. Back on the admin's phone, go to Access Control. Here, give access to the specific properties you want them to manage. Finally, the admin must push the data to the server. When the team member clicks Fetch on their phone, the assigned properties will appear. This concludes the Balebet Application User Guide. Modernize your property management and save time with Balebet. For more information, news, or support, please visit our website at balebet.app or contact us via our phone lines and social media pages. Thank you for watching.